Please welcome North Melbourne superstar and premiership player Blaithin Bogue.
Trent pounds the ball into the pocket. Two Bombers players get in the way of each other. Bogue with a running banana. She's worked this game out pretty quickly.
Welcome back to Further North, everybody. Now, premiership glory. We've been celebrating for almost a week now. It's been great. And superstar Blaithin Bogue has joined me here. Thank you so much for your time, Blaithin, especially after your surgery and everything. But it's so good to have you on the show.
Yeah, thanks for asking me on.
So look, we got so much to talk about with the grand final and everything, but I guess most recent news, how are you doing with the shoulder and everything, and how was the BNF? They're going to be my first two questions, but shoulder first, is everything okay?
Yeah, the surgeon said it all went well, no complications, so just in the recovery now. It's a little bit sore, but yeah, I went to BNF. I got out of hospital yesterday morning and went to BNF yesterday evening, and yeah, it was a really nice night.
Unreal.
I didn't say out too late though, as all the rest of the girls were drinking, but the doctor gave me a strict warning not to be drinking last night on the painkillers. So
that's fair. That is fair. How was the BNF? Where was it? Where'd you do it?
It was Encore in St Kilda.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice. What was the night like? I mean, I had one of my good mates who does Close to a Flag, Rashan, was there as well. I think he sponsors Bellaretti, and it looked like a great time. Everyone's dressed up. What was your recollection of the night? Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I suppose because we're playing footy every week, because we don't get many chances to dress up. So we all take the opportunity to get nice and dolled up, put on our dresses, get loads of photos. Actually, a few of us turned up late probably because we were taking too many photos.
Unreal. Who's, if everyone was having a bit of a party afterwards, who's usually best off the field for that sort of stuff? I mean, we had Tess and Craven and Sarah Wright last year, and they've given me some names, but I'm always interested. Who are the party animals in the group?
Well, I think a dark horse this year was Vicky Wall.
Ooh.
She really took out this year. Jazz Ferguson took out, Asherdale, Jamin Garner, Jenna Bruton. They're always up for a party. So to be fair, Ruby Tripodi, Taylor Gatt, they're all very good at keeping going. We're quite a lively bunch, so it doesn't take many excuses to take a big night out.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I think Tess also mentioned Jenna Bruton. She's got a little bit about her off the field. So
yeah,
a bit of a party animal. And hey, she played great in the granny too, 2 goals as well. So party on the field and off the field. Look, let's get into things. I mean, look, my first question is just going to be about your year, and I'm sure you've been asked this a lot, but from someone like myself who's followed the W pretty closely for maybe 3 or 4 years now, your first year in this sport is unbelievable. Like 25 goals, I think that was equal top of the goal kicking for the year. What a first year for you, winning like Young Player of the Year last night as well, and a premiership. I mean, this footy thing seems pretty easy for you.
No, it's definitely not easy. Well, obviously, like playing with North Melbourne, the amount of good players I'm surrounded by, like between 1 to 30 in the squad, everyone's like really good players. So I have so much support around me. Like even when I'm playing on the field, I have like Kate Shearlaw telling me where to go, Jenna Bruton telling me where to go. Like everyone's always keeping me right. So although I score some goals, a lot of the goals are down to them telling me where to be, and I'm just happening to get on the end of them.
How much assistance, like on the field coaching from your teammates, did you sort of get this year? Because first year, I guess, playing a full season. How much help out there did you sort of get? Because from my perspective and so many fans that we talk about it, it looks like it came very natural to you, but I'm not doubting the work you've put in. But how much guidance out there is there? Because I talked to Erica O'Shea not that long ago, and she was sort of telling me some of the defensive stuff that you guys do, and how planned or systematic it is. Is it similar up there in the forward line for you, or do you have a little bit more instinct about you up there?
I think like Croc does give me leeway at times he says just go out and play footy. So like if my instinct takes over, just go with it. But there are certain running patterns or setups that the girls would keep me right with, or if I'm too wide, they'll pull me back in. If I'm too far up, they'll pull me closer to the play and stuff like that. So definitely in my first, I'd say 3-4 games, there was a lot of guidance. And then as the games went on, I started to get used to it a bit more, but still every game I would have been kept right. Like there was no game where I wasn't told where to go.
And it seems like, just from my perspective, they like to isolate you a lot up there for you, because your one-on-one ability is fantastic. It seems like you and Randall up there seem to get isolated a lot, so you've got space to work. Is that something that Croc sort of points out?
I don't think necessarily at the start, and then it kind of just happened where a long ball was kicked to Tals and I just kept running, and then Tals would kick the long ball to me and we end up just getting goals out the back. But it wasn't like necessarily a setup, it just kind of happened.
Yeah, no, fair enough. And look, grand final on the weekend, let's talk about that. I mean, your first season in the game, you're a premiership player. What was it like playing in that game for you? I want to ask about your Gaelic career and that sort of stuff a little bit in a second, but 13,000 people there, packed stadium. I mean, the North Melbourne fans have got around this team so much, and we absolutely love it. I mean, I'm a barber, and a lot of the listeners to the pod come in, and it's really nice they do. We've been talking about the granny all week. It's been fantastic. What was it like for you just being out in front of that many people, and I guess being on that stage? Because I'm obviously never going to experience that. What's it like being in front of that many people in that big of a stage?
Yeah, it is. Like, compared to home, it's such a spectacle. Like running out under the banner, you have the fireworks, like even just the fans, the cheer squad. Like, it's all very different to what we would get at home. But you kind of you buy into it, and it spurs you on because you know that there's that many people like cheering for you. Like even against Melbourne, when Jamin got her goal in the final quarter, like you could just notice the crowd just lifted, and then we sort of lifted as a team. So yeah, I think we said last night, like the fans are definitely a 22nd player for us. In terms of like playing in the grand final, I was really nervous. I was very nervous for the prelim. I was probably more nervous for the prelim because it was the unknown that, like, if we didn't win, that was the season over. Whereas when it got to the grand final, like, the season was over regardless. You just wanted to win. And I'd say nerves probably got to me in the first quarter or two. It was a very physical game, which was obviously to be expected in a grand final and against Melbourne, who are used to playing in finals. But yeah, I think just knowing for again, like just more, I probably just need more experience in the likes of grand final to maybe rise to the occasion a bit more.
It was a very physical game too. I mean, myself and Rashaan were sitting in the stands, and it's probably the most physical game of W I've seen for sure. Brisbane really went hard. Do you think the week before with the test against Melbourne, it's like being down for 3 quarters and then coming back late, do you think that prepared you a lot better for the grand final? Because I know us as fans have all been saying, I feel more confident in the granny because we got tested and we came through that, and it makes you maybe on your game a little bit more. Do you think that's true or no?
Yeah, I think we said as a team, like, we know that when it goes into like a tough battle that we are able to come out the other side. Like Melbourne were winning most of the game and we were still able to find something to bring us back on top. Obviously jamming on a brilliant final quarter, and we just know that we have people that we can rely on to pull it out of the bag for us. So I think going into the Brisbane game, we knew that we had a tough game the week before and that we were well capable of a tough final. Our training leading into the grand final was so competitive, everyone was up for it. And I think we knew going into the grand final that we had a good week of training in us, and we were confident, not arrogant, but confident that because we had done it the week before that we were capable of doing it again.
Absolutely. I mean, look, they haven't lost a game for 2 seasons. It's unbelievable stuff. And look, everyone else around me, everyone was so nervous, and I was so confident the whole time. And like you said, not in a arrogant way, but what more could you girls have done to convince us that you're going to get it done? And you did. I mean, one thing I want to ask you about your game specifically, I don't think you kicked a goal on the night, unfortunately, but what I really loved was you were getting back down to half back to cause contests a lot. Is that something you were instructed to do if the ball wasn't up the other end? How much license do you have to sort of push down to half back? Because there was a couple of really good contests and marking contests you caused, spilled the ball to ground and helped push us forward. Is that a license you've got in most games?
I think it's just kind of how we play, where the forwards come up and help the back line, so that they have, like, for a quick kick, that we're always there to compete. The week before against Melbourne, I got outmarked a couple of times. So my goal for that game was to bring the ball to ground if I wasn't going to mark it. So thankfully I did do that. Didn't do much else, but was able to bring a few balls to ground.
No, look, it's those little things, isn't it? Like, you're not going to be, kicking 3 goals every single game, but they're the signs of a good player, just in my opinion, of someone who, even if their game isn't, going their way in the forward line, you've still got the ability to push back, use the tank you've got to get down there, cause contests and win the ball for the team to get us back forward. And I think, even though it wasn't your best day in front of goals, it was still a really, really crucial time. And, and that was a part of the game, if I remember correctly, where the ball was down in Brisbane's forward half a lot, and we were struggling to maybe get it out. I can't remember exactly the time of the game or anything like that, but, we were commenting on it there. I was like, I can't believe, Blaithin's gone all the way back down to half back, caused these contests, which I think one of the balls spilled to Tess, and then we moved the ball forward. And that's the sign of a proper player, in my opinion, because, you're not just trying to cherry pick goals at the time. You're actually going down and doing the team thing. And that's credit to you for the work rate, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it is something that, like, we are a team defence kind of a side, and the forwards have to work back as much as they work forward, and that's preached to us a lot. So it's not just a me thing; it's every girl in the forward line's getting back.
And Ailish Sheeran's game, I mean, that is probably the best game of AFLW I've ever seen. Like, just the occasion alone, but some of the clearances she was winning. I mean, us going to see the guys play a lot, and I'm looking at like Bont running out of the middle and that sort of stuff, or Dacos, and you're like, God, they won the ball cleanly. And she was on another level doing stuff like that. Some of the clearances she won from the contest, ripping it out and bounding away, was unbelievable. I mean, just from your angle, I mean, what did you see about her game? Because it's honestly probably the best W game I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, obviously she was just back from her hamstring. Her first game was the prelim, and she had kicked the goal. She had a very good game in the prelim, and then the grand final, she just completely rose to the occasion. When Ailish first came to the club this year, she said that she wanted to play in big moments, and like, she really just took that moment, and she's kind of player that's made for finals footy. She likes the pressure and likes rising to the occasion, and like, she kicked 2 goals, as you said, all the clearances she had, the tackles. You just knew from the first centre bounce that she wanted to win, she wanted to play well, and she was very deserving of best on ground.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's big recruits for big games like that. And if you sign a player of her quality, and a former All Australian, over to North Melbourne, that's the game you want to step up, right? Yeah. I mean, her first goal as well, where she sort of like fended somebody off and then snapped the ball. It was unbelievable stuff. So no, absolutely credit to her. And then look, when the siren's gone, how was the feeling for you? Obviously it's great, but like, what were the emotions like when the siren went and everyone gets around each other?
Yeah, it was so good. It's actually kind of hard to remember because it all happens really fast. I seen Croc and the coaches walking down, so then I was like, oh, there must be little time left. And then the next thing I saw the hooter, and me and Bella Eddie were kind of isolated from everyone else. So we just jumped on each other. And then, we ran on to the rest of the girls, and then the other girls in the squad came running onto the field as well. So it was really nice. But then next thing you know, like, all the family and friends are in, and you don't see the team for a while until everyone's back in the rooms.
And look, we saw some footage from the rooms after. It looked like there was a party there. There was Irish flags all over the place. It was all happening. I mean, give us a little insight into how the celebrations were in the rooms, and even the next couple of days. Like, how much did the girls celebrate? Yeah,
so we have our team song that Ferg plays after every game, Dog Days. So we played that, and we went crazy in the changing rooms. Obviously the drink was flowing. And then we went straight to Beer Deluxe, and everyone's family and friends were there. That was really nice. And then the next day we had the family and friends fan day. And then we went to the Limerick Hotel, and we stayed there all evening. And then we had Man Bun Day on the Monday, and then we went to Crocs on the Tuesday.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I would be my 30-year-old body would not be able to handle that anymore. I mean, look, there's some vets on the team. How did Emma Carney go and everyone? Some of the old dogs, they still get the party started?
Yeah, really good.
Wow.
Connie was, she was good for staying out all night, and I think she did every night. There was very little girls who didn't do every night.
Wow.
So Crocs was a bit more, Crocs was a civilised night. It was just a barbecue at his house. But it was still nice to see everyone and just get chatting about the antics from the days before.
Yeah, unreal. I mean, look, once again, well done on the premiership, and the North fans are so excited. I mean, even just the team itself, I don't know the right way to say it. Like, you're doing so much for the W as well. I mean, I wanted, when I got into the W, I wanted to make sure I was like properly into it. I didn't want to pretend I was into it. I wanted to make sure I was a proper fan of it. And my first game was the prelim in 2023, I think it was. And once I got to that ground and saw the North Guernsey out there, I just got into it. I was yelling, and I didn't know any of the players' names at that point, but I got into it so much. And even just obviously the winning streak and the AFL promoting it, I think this team is the best thing to happen for the W. And I know they're very, very dominant, and I hope that continues, obviously. But it's awesome to see that you guys are such a massive part of why I think the crowds are going to get bigger, and players like yourself and all the stars you've got in that team are just drawing people to the games, because, you know, my love for Vicky Wall is outrageous. She's been the reason I've gone to these games so much. She is so fun to watch. Yourself as well. So good. I talked at the start of the W season. I'm like, I've never heard of Blaithin Bogue before, but I think she's the reason I'm going to watch the next game, because some of the stuff you've done on the footy field is unreal. And it's true. Like, people like me who've loved footy our whole lives, to get into the W, it's the players like yourself and Vicky Wall and Erica O'Shea and obviously your Adele's and your Garners. We've got so many stars in this team, and I think you're doing incredible stuff for the W. So hopefully, as the years go on, the crowds get bigger, and I don't know, it's nice to be a North fan and see how much the team has got around it, I guess.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot.
So look, let's throw it back a bit, Blaithin here. Ireland. Where are you from in Ireland?
I'm from a place called Fermanagh, which is in the north of Ireland.
Okay. And give us a little bit of info on your Gaelic background. Like, when did you start playing, and did you just play for a local team there, or how high up did you go in the Gaelic ranks?
Yeah, so the way it works is you play for your club, and then once you get to a certain age, you get asked up to play for your county. And in the county, there's 32 counties in Ireland, so the 32 counties are split up into divisions, and then you play against the other counties.
Okay. Is that the biggest sport in Ireland? I think Eric has told me it is, but is it the biggest, or is soccer the biggest sport over there?
No, GA would be the biggest, so it's between Gaelic and hurling.
And hurling? Yeah,
so hurling's with the stick.
Is that, I don't know if I got this completely wrong here. That's not the one where they throw the log behind them, is it?
No.
What's hurling? Give me a rundown.
It's a field sport. So it's called a hurl, so it's like a wooden stick basically, and you hit a ball around, and you look it up on YouTube. It's very good.
Okay.
But Gaelic would be more dominant, but hurling is still very big.
And when I spoke to Erica about it, she said the W is more physical than Gaelic football. Do you feel the same? How do you compare the two?
Oh yeah, ladies football's meant to be non-contact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. And just outside of sports, I mean, what sort of hobbies have you got when you're not dominating on the football field? What do you like to do in your spare time?
Well, when I'm at home in Ireland, I work, so I'm a pharmacist at home.
Okay.
And then I play music.
What do you play?
I play the piano, and then I play traditional Irish music, so I play the button accordion.
The button accordion. That's another one I'm going to have to look up too. I got to get over to Ireland and get involved in all this culture.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, any bands you've ever been in? What sort of artists do you like? Give us some rundown on your musical talent. How good are you at piano?
I played a bit for the girls the other night because I have a keyboard up in my room, and the girls came to our house after. Unfortunately, we had a bit of cleaning to do the next day. But everyone was in my room, and I was playing Adele or Someone Like You by Adele, and everyone was singing along.
A classic.
But I wouldn't say I'm a great piano player, but I do a bit.
Yeah.
Music taste. I like really like Irish music. So Amble, Kingfisher, Picture This.
Okay.
Dermot Kennedy.
Yeah, beautiful. Do you go back and forth between Australia and Ireland? Every season?
Yeah. So, well, this is only my second season, so I'll be going home now next week. Have to wait a week for my shoulder to stick the flying, but yeah, Amy, my housemate, she's actually way back today, so yeah, I'll miss her for the week.
Okay. How long are you going to stay back in Ireland for before you come back?
Until May time, I think. So until pre-season, so 5 months, 4 or 5 months.
Yep. And will you play Gaelic or anything back there, or you just work until the W season?
I did last year, but because of my shoulder, I'm actually non-contact now. I have to rehab this for 6 months, so I'll not be able to play. I'll just work when I'm home.
Okay.
Spend time with family.
Yeah, beautiful. What was your first exposure to AFL football? I mean, did you see the game in Ireland at all? I mean, it's kind of the closest representation of Gaelic that I've seen. What was your first exposure to the game?
Well, I suppose the international rules, when Ireland and Australia would have played, I enjoyed watching them games. I used to collect the Irish jerseys that they did for
nice.
each exhibition, and then once the first couple of Irish girls went over to Australia, an Irish program, TG Cahir, used to play a game every week, so I used to watch them a bit. And then yeah, that's really it. Then got in contact with North and came out.
Well, how did they get in contact with you, or does a body on your end reach out, or how does that work for you?
So there's a fella at home, Mike Cran, who's over a lot of the Irish girls that come out to Australia, and I'm not really sure how it all happened. But he had got on to me and said that North had a list spot left, and if I wanted to jump onto a call, and by the end of the week I was signing.
Unreal. I mean, what's that like, knowing there's this sport on the other side of the world that wants you to come and play, because that far away? I don't know if it'd be terrifying or exciting. It's probably a mixture of both. But what was it like?
Yeah, it's definitely a bit daunting. Like, I'm very much a home bird. Big family person. I've been to other countries, but I've never lived in any other country. And then to move to Australia, which is nearly 24-hour round trip. Yeah, it was very daunting, but I just thought that you couldn't pass off an opportunity like that. If I didn't like it, I could always come home, but at least I would have said that I tried it. But if I never tried it, then I might have regretted it. And you don't know until you try things. So.
No, it's true. You got to you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Then that's
Exactly, yeah.
Seems like it's working out pretty well so far. I mean, look, your first year, and I don't know too much about it, but your first year you didn't play a game. Were you in Australia for that, or were you not in Australia? What was the go with not playing a game in 24?
So I came out 2 weeks before the first round. And then obviously, I'd never played the game before. I'd barely kicked an AFL ball, so there was a lot of learning the rules, learning the skills of the game, even just learning game plan. And then we also didn't have any injuries, so I was an emergency a right few times, but we had no injuries, which was obviously good for our team. But yeah, I just never got the chance to kick on. So yeah, probably in hindsight was better, because it made me more determined to kick on this year, and I appreciated my debut so much more that I'd had to wait a whole year to get it. So when I did debut, I just wanted to make the most of it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, what was it like when you held a footy in your hands for the first time? It's a weird shaped ball. I mean, how did you go kicking the ball around? Who was the main teacher for you?
Croc.
Yeah.
Because at home because it's a round ball, we would turn our hand and let the ball roll off our hand. And it's just muscle memory to do that. So I kept doing that with the AFL ball. So my ball drop was all over the place. And it took me, I'd say it took me nearly two or 3 months to unconsciously get the ball drop. For the first couple of months, I was having to think, right, don't roll your hand and keep the ball straight. And when I'd be kicking in the club, Croc would always keep a close eye and change something that wasn't right. So yeah, he was massive for getting the kick right. But I'm glad he did, because he did say to me when I first came out that he saw me as a blank canvas, and that he wanted me to get the technique right from the start. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a few moments I can point to here. I mean, your goal against the Bombers, which was on the wing, and you've just bananaed it from the right-hand side boundary line. I mean, for someone who learnt the game so recently, that's the craziest goal I've ever seen in the W. And not because it was the biggest moment or anything like that, but how naturally you were like running at full pelt, pick the ball up, and just bananaed that thing through. What did you think? Did you know that was a pretty nice goal, or did you think that one was special?
No. So I actually prefer all the drop punt. I find is the hardest kick.
Okay.
And then like the snap is very like Gaelic, and then the banana we call it outside of the boot, which I would use quite often at home. So they kind of come more natural to me rather than the drop punt. I don't necessarily like running straight up the goal and kicking a drop punt. I'd rather turn at an angle and snap it or take a banana. It actually probably was that was probably the only time I did that this year, actually, the banana. I don't know where, I just didn't know where else to go, so I just thought I needed to...
Why not have a pop?
Banana. Yeah, so I couldn't see any other North girls.
No, why not? And look, it's probably my most memorable goal of the year, apart from finals, of course, but it was just so clean the way you picked it up. It was unreal. I mean, everyone talks about it. Like, you go back to the ball drop and how you bounce the ball as well. There was a really cool one where I think Vicky Wall just stormed through the middle of the ground, and then you guys were handballing it between each other, but she was like bouncing it and just throwing it straight in the ground. And every time I see one of the Irish girls bounce like that, I get so scared because I just don't know which direction it's going to go in, but it seems to bounce back up, and you girls are fantastic at it. But that was another great highlight play, a little bit of Irish connection there. It was exciting.
Yeah, me and Vicky like linking up together. Probably put a bit of an Irish twist to it, the 1-2 give and go. But yeah, we actually got a lot of text messages from home after that goal because it was very Gaelic-like.
Oh, it was fantastic. Is there a plan for a footy trip? I guess you're probably not going to go on it if there is one, if you're going back to Ireland, but are the girls doing a trip at all?
Yeah, they're going to Gold Coast on Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave it off just the shoulder and just trying to get home. But yeah, they're heading to Gold Coast on Thursday, and I think they're coming back either Saturday or Sunday. So that'll be fun.
Beautiful time. Yeah, that would be unbelievable. And that's enough partying for you as well. No more drinking. Get the shoulder right. I need 30 plus goals from you next year.
Yeah. Not asking too much.
And back to back or three-peat premierships would be nice too. But look, I'm probably asking a lot there. The last question I've got for you here, I asked Erica the same question. If there was an Australia versus Ireland AFLW game, who would win?
I don't like this question. We get asked that a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, obviously we're far less experienced at the game, so surely the Australians should have the upper hand. But I don't know. Give us a round ball and we'll be all right.
That is true. I mean, I don't know if Australia ever won one of those. Did they win any of those series, those old international rules series?
I'm not sure.
I just remember us getting smoked all the time.
There was a lot of... I remember there used to be a lot of fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, if it was international rules, I would back Ireland. But if it's the AFL rules, then I suppose it's hard to look past the Australians. I think we have a lot of forwards and we have a lot of backs. We probably... Ashmack might be the only... Ashmack and Tanya Kennedy maybe the only out-and-out midfielders. I'm afraid of missing anyone there, but...
Well, 1 year in the forward line and you're pretty good at that, so you could get chucked in the guts. I think you'd pick it up pretty quick. One more question, actually. I forgot to ask before. Eilish Sheeran's game, I don't think she'd played much midfield before that game, or like little spurts, but she seemed to play a lot of midfield in the grand final compared to the rest of the year. Was that like some sort of tactical change up by Croc, or was that, she built up to that?
She started out as a back, I think. Her first game was a back, and then Jamin hurt her ankle against Freo, and Eilish was moved into the midfield because she would have played midfield with Richmond. And then obviously Mia hurt her knee.
Yeah.
So Sharon was in the midfield then.
Okay. And I feel like Tripodi got a bigger role in that midfield too. She was unreal this season, and
she's so good.
Yeah, like playing. I think she played a little bit more halfback, and on the flanks a little bit more last season. But especially when Ghana went down, I noticed her getting a lot more midfield time as well, and she just fits so well in there. She was awesome.
Yeah, Ruby, she's so underrated, and but not underrated within the team. Like the team all appreciate how good she is, but probably to the outside, she's underrated. Like Amy Smith as well. Like she had an unbelievable year, such a good year this year. But yeah, both of them were outstanding this year, and yeah, they put in so much hard work, and they deserve every credit that comes to them.
Yeah, I mean, Amy Smith is the perfect shout for the most underrated, player on the team, because, we did a club champ this year, the Bricky Wall club champ, and and everyone's getting 3 votes every single week, and I'm always like, Blaine was unbelievable, Ghana, obviously, Riddell. And now I look at Amy's stats every week. I'm like, how can I fit her in? Like, she deserves it every single week, but there's so many good performers, but it's just an engine room. I always liken her, and I don't know if you know this player for North, maybe 10 years ago, obviously it's a deep cut, but there's a guy called Sam Gibson who played for North Melbourne for a long time through a very successful period in the 2010s. And he was never the shining light, but you look at the stats and he did so much grunt work to make everyone else look really, really good. And I feel like Amy Smith is so much like that.
Yeah, she is. But then also like she was very rated within the team this last number of years. But I just feel like this year she does so much to let other people shine, but also took her moments when they were there as well. Like she came up and kicked a couple of goals, intercept marks, goal assists. Yeah, I thought she was very stiff not to get on the All-Australians team, never mind the squad. So
I think there was a few that were stiff for that, to be honest. I mean, you can't fill it with North players. I think just the North whole lineup could have probably been there, but no defenders is a crime, to be honest. I mean, the fans weren't happy about that. I mean, Libby Birch was incredible all season, and Jazz Ferg as well. I mean, you can name so many players, but I don't know what they're doing there. I think we need to send some letters to AFL head office and protest that one.
I think so.
Unreal. Well, look, Blaithin, thank you so much for jumping on and chatting before you go back to Ireland and post-surgery and that sort of stuff. I appreciate it. So, look, not much pressure for you next year, but more goals and another premiership would be nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And no pressure, though.
No pressure.
Unreal. Thanks, Blaithin. We'll chat again soon.
Thank you.